Alright. How's it going, Yanko? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV today. It's Tuesday, server reset, and we got a lot to do. And I'll do the normal raid first, because it's a quick way to usually get my Pandemonium raids done, because I've been really slacking on that. Yeah, summer here, especially in Texas, like, we were working on, I think in the summer we were working on the, oh crap, it's this thing. Fuck, I don't like this boss. Anyways, we were working on the barn for the ducks, and we were working until like 8 p.m. before the sun set. Like, we got a lot of work done after work. We got 4 hours of work done every day. We were like, man, the sun never sets. Okay, let's see. We got our first time here, so black, get white, white, get black, and just don't die. Easy. Empty wig, we're gonna bust our shield to protect our allies. But yeah, this one I actually have to use a little bit of brain power, but... Oh, oops. Forgot that was a thing. Yeah, Texas would do be like that. And you think Texas would have like that dry kind of heat, you know? But no, it's the Texas summer kind of heat is full of humidity, and it's pretty suffering. I was hoping for like a more desert kind of heat, and I would be like, okay, then, you know, that wouldn't be too bad. But no, it's like suffocating. Jesus, this is like a dance. Well, it actually is a dance. But yeah, freaking Texas, you know, we get what we call, I don't know if I'm pretty sure the Marine Corps fucking ignores the shit out of it, but the wet globe shit, the wet globe, dry globe weather conditions that are basically, yo, you know, if it's a black flag, you shouldn't PT or do too much work or whatever the hell it's supposed to be. But we all know people ignore that. It's like, oh, black flag, it's over 90 degrees outside. Too fucking bad. Get to work, fucker. I don't know if I can ever get used to it. It's pretty fucking terrible. Oh, no. This way. There we go. heal myself. But yeah, it's as they say, the wet globe, dry globe shit is only a suggestion, and a really poor one at that. The amount of heat injuries we get every year, it goes through the fucking globe, I swear to God. Move to side. Get the hell away from me. I can never remember what as can be stacked and what must be. Man, Texas wet heat is one thing. It's a pretty suffering, but I'll tell you what. When I was moving here from California, straight out of Camp Pendleton, I EALS out of Camp Pendleton, which, mind you, was the finest, and I kid you not, the finest duty station I ever served at. For a Marine Corps base, you know. Oh shit. It was pretty good. It was, Camp Pendleton had all the amenities expected out of an Air Force base. They definitely don't cheap out. They have a nice store. They have food trucks. Basically anything that you want there, you can get it. Now it's expensive shit because it's California, but still. Anyways, I was driving down the I-10 from Los Angeles because my parents didn't want me to make the whole leg to Texas alone, so they flew in from Los Angeles to help me drive. So we went through Arizona, through New Mexico, and into Texas. And fucking, for fuck's sake, Arizona was something special. Arizona was absolutely something special. Like, Arizona was so hot that you literally thought you might just actually just keel over and die. I was scared that the rubber of my tires are starting to melt into the fucking road. That's how bad Arizona the roads from Arizona was. That was something else. That was something else, indeed. And so, you know, the whole route through I-10, we drove through Phoenix and Tucson, kind of stayed there for a little bit, drove through New Mexico. New Mexico actually seems pretty nice. I don't think I mind retiring there if I can grab land for cheap, because some things about New Mexico is probably actually better than Texas. But yeah, it's hot. It's hot as shit. But otherwise, that was a pretty fun drive. Me and my little hatchback. Look, I have a little tiny, you know, hatchback, California car. You know, saves gas. little tiny 10-gallon tank, which is great for commute. But for the love of God, I feel like I have to like gas up every little leg. Like I would be driving, and I'll be telling me, it's like, yo, you gotta get more gas. I'm like, I just gassed up like a couple hours ago. But no, it's like, yo, you only got a 10-gallon tank. Let's see. And the thing was, the leg between on the I-10 is that, especially from Arizona to New Mexico to like El Paso, Texas, that leg, you wouldn't see gas. You don't only see fucking gas stations for like 15 miles or something like that. You're just like, oh god, I hope I make it to the gas station, because I don't know if there's cell phone signal for USAA to call a tow truck to come and get me. Let me get some water. You got a sports car? Please don't tell me. Well, I don't know. Did you get a Dodge Charger or a Mustang? Those things average what? 8 miles to the gallon? For the size of my little hatchback, it actually carries a whole ton of shit. Like, the cargo space of a hatchback is actually kind of amazing. Ah, okay. But yeah, so we were driving down the I-10 in our little hatchback, and did you know that the I-10 at certain points the speed limit is fucking 90 miles an hour? I would say this to my friends, and mostly Canadians or my friends in China, and they would have to obviously convert it over to from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. And they're just like, holy shit, y'all drive fast as fuck over there. And I'm like, damn right. I don't think my I'm pretty sure it's really hard for my hatchback to hit 90 miles an hour. Like, if it's a flat terrain, like my car does okay when it's already at speed, but trying to get up to 90, oh my god, it's a struggle. Like, the thing can barely keep 80. But yeah, once I actually got the hatchback, like I looked at all kinds of cars, and the hatchback seems to be like a really nice hybrid, like a nice compromise between all the stuff that I actually wanted from a car. I might upgrade to like a CRV or like just you know, a larger hatchback that's more SUV like. But at the same time, I'm also like, well, go big or go home. So have two ends of the extremes, have a hatchback, and then the other side also have a truck. Because the gripe about the hatchback is that it can't do truck shit when you actually need a truck. And for the truck, I'm thinking probably something like a Toyota Tundra or something like that, you know. Bruh, driving 80 is driving slow. Like, I would be driving down the highway and I would see fucking 18-wheelers going 90, and I'm like, I didn't know 18-wheelers can actually go that fast on a full haul. Like, I didn't know they built tractor trailers to go that fast. I was like, that's actually kind of amazing. The thing is that the I-10 at certain points you only got 2 lanes, and it'd be actually annoying as shit because sometimes. So the tractor trailers can maintain 90, right? Once it gets up to speed, but it takes them quite a bit of time to get up to speed, and sometimes you get 2 tractor trailers side by side trying to like pass each other. And the whole way, you just have like cars piled up behind them. It's like, yo, like move to the fucking side so we can pass you. But no, you would see like them like belching black smoke because you know they're like fucking pedal to the floor trying to pass the other truck, but they just can't make it, so they're going parallel and blocking everybody off, and it's just annoying everybody else that's stuck behind both of the tractor trailers. It's pretty hilarious. Oh, am I supposed to be a model for this event? Let's see. But yeah, it's fucking funny. And you know, this is Texas. Like, trucking is a business, and you see a whole lot of trucks. So, oh, that's actually a nice dress. I hope they give me it because I want to use it for my glamour. Yeah, the white cat. Did we win? Yeah, of course we did. I'm the protagonist. There's no way I wouldn't win. Yep, the nickel swagger, that's right. tell you what, the 2 million gil hairdo helped out. That hairdo, I probably could have farmed it myself, but I was too lazy and I had a bunch of gil on hand, so I just bought it on the first day, and it was actually pretty expensive on the first day. But now, whenever I switch to another hairdo, I'm just like, I paid 2 mil for this hairdo. I want to keep on using it. It is totally like, what's it called? Investment fallacy or whatever. It's like, God, I need to keep on using this this hair because I paid so much gil for it. Looking over at my ducks, hey, looks like they're doing pretty good. I seriously need to start eating my eggs soon, because they're really starting to fucking stack up. A little lady's crown. I mean, that's cool and all, but aren't you gonna give me the dress too? Peach confetti, cherry confetti, what the hell is that? Let's take a look at this little crown. It's okay. I can probably use it in some stuff. This is just confetti. Yeah, not interested. We'll keep on doing the dungeons. Bruh, I'll have 4 baskets of eggs by the end of this week. I probably should sell the eggs, or at least try to sell them, because otherwise it's getting hard to keep them all around. I'm letting my so here's the thing. I'm letting my ducks sit on eggs right now, hoping to hatch a couple more couple ducklings if I can. And this lady at work, this Filipino lady I work with, always asks me to give her my ducks, and I'm like, no, like, why are you asking me for freebies? Are you going to pay for them? So I was thinking, maybe if I hatch too many ducks that I don't really want to keep, I'll let give her a couple ducklings. I'll spread the wealth a little bit, especially if I find a couple of ducks that are male in there that can't lay eggs. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know if they're male or female for sure. You can have them. If she asks me, do I know their gender? No, I don't. It's up to you. You want ducks for free? Sure, take them off my hands. Is that a little too? Is that a little too devious? It's like, yeah, you got 2 male ducks that can't lay eggs. Good luck with that. You know what's still gonna be the funny thing? I don't know if I told you this because you're actually but a while ago, before I put the net over the top of the pen, my ducks, a couple of my ducks flew away. This was the red-faced, the Muscovy ducks. The Muscovy ducks, the females can fly. Because they aren't fat enough to, like, stay on the ground. So they can fly. And they actually flew away. And it took a while for me to... So, 2 ducks came back on their own, but another one was just out in the middle of the neighborhood, terrorizing the neighborhood for up to a week before somebody let me know, oh, hey, I saw your duck, and come and get your duck. So I picked up my duck at my neighbor's front lawn, and yeah, no harm's done. But yeah, that was Lola's Slow Adventure. Now Crumples, the duck that I designed my 2.0 after, the white duck with the black the green wings. Now she's actually flown away twice, but each time she actually managed to come back, which is actually quite astounding if you think about it. That's actually kind of crazy how she remembers how to get home every single time. You know, if I didn't have neighbors, I would totally raise geese. But then, if I had neighbors, I wouldn't have a reason to like. If I wasn't in a residential area where I will be somewhat concerned about crime, I wouldn't have a reason to raise geese to begin with. But yeah, part of me just want to raise geese in my backyard, so if somebody flips into my backyard, you know, they better watch out because the geese are coming after you. Like on the neighborhood Facebook, right? It was a while ago, but I saw this one video of this guy just flipping into someone's backyard and breaking into a house. I'm like, oh fuck no. And people were like, why do you have so much gun and ammo in your house? I'm like, this is why. But yeah, training Loaf to become a attack duck. I'll tell you, don't mess with the Muscovy ducks, because 1, they can kind of fly, and 2, they got like an inch and a half of like just razor sharp talons on their claws, and it's pretty scary. Like, I generally don't try to handle them at all, and if I do handle them, I always wear long sleeves and I wear gloves. Now, they are really nice ducks with great temperament, but they can really fuck you up if they decide to. So. So training a couple of these kind of ducks is probably a great idea. duck whisperer. I do like whispering ducks. It is a good talent to have. And the ducks are more intelligent than people generally give them credit for. They do make nice pets, especially the Muscovy ducks because they don't make noise. I like my other ducks too because they don't lay more eggs, and like sometimes the caruncles, the red face, doesn't always aren't always the most aesthetically pleasing. Like I certainly think my regular ducks do look better, but I always look real concerned that my neighbors don't like the quacking. But so far nobody complained, so I ain't really trying to give a shit either. But the noise of the Muscovy ducks, because the females do a little trill like a coo, kind of like a pigeon, and they chirp too. They definitely sound more like birds than ducks. And I think it's a really nice sound. Now what was that I want to say? Most of the time I can't figure out what the hell I actually want to stream. Because I enjoy playing Final Fantasy, and but sometimes I feel like doing dailies and just running dungeons isn't exactly the most thought-provoking or even inspiring, content. But it's nice to have it just as something to chat over. It makes a nice just chatting stream because I feel like I'm actually doing something, and it's just a good background activity because most of the stuff that I do in game don't require too much thinking. It is pretty relaxing, and I do like it. Oh, whoops. And then otherwise, I realized all of my streams are just variants of a just chatting stream because all the stuff I do are rather low effort. Because let's see, I do Final Fantasy stuff, I do Genshin Impact stuff, which are I don't do any of the super intense stuff. I just low effort shit. DCS, you know, most of the time flying in DCS doesn't take that much brain power. Even though, you know, sometimes when you get into a merge with an enemy MiG or something, you know, you kind of gotta start thinking about things a little bit. But things are pretty second nature. Like, the only time that I actually feel like I have worthwhile content is like while I'm flying with my squadron. Which is why I'm trying to get into more stuff where I involve other people, like a squadron or like a static where I can do raids and stuff. Feels like that kind of content delivers a little bit more, but then again, I feel I'm not too. It's not that I'm not too motivated, it's just I'm not compelled to do it. Frankly, I already think enough at work, so. I enjoy games where I can just turn my fucking brain off and just like, oh, just do it. Just chatting is great because I can just turn my brain off. And you can tell my brain is off because I have no fucking filter. Because despite what I may say or it may seem, I try not to curse at work. It's just unprofessional. Or actually, rather, that is not true. I do curse at work. Very much so. I just don't do it in front of the patients. I don't do it in front of dependent patients. Now, if my patient was active duty, yeah, I just don't care. Filters are absolutely overrated. Filters are for pools and to keep the fishes alive. Filters are for the coffee maker. That's what they used to say. Do people actually even use coffee filters anymore? Because I feel like everybody in the motherfucking hospital uses a Keurig. Like, we have, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 Keurigs in the fucking department. We have 8 fucking Keurigs in the radiology department. Not 1 Keurig for 8 people, we have 8 Keurigs for like 12 staff. It's like every motherfucker has their own dedicated Keurig or some shit. In fact, I have my own fucking Keurig. It's small, like, I can carry it in my lunch bag if I wanted to, but it's still my Keurig. And, yeah. Now, one of my supervisors, my supervisor, already retired, his wife works at the commissary, and it's awesome because he brings in expired shit all the time, and it's... Okay, the reason why we need so many coffee makers is that the officers don't want to share their coffee makers with other people. The department head has his own coffee makers. The assistant department head has his own coffee makers. The civilian supervisor has his own coffee maker. The floor supervisor has his own coffee maker. The cardiology consult has his own coffee maker. Who else has his own coffee maker? Oh yeah, the fucking NCOIC has his own coffee maker. Assistant NCOIC, I think, has her own coffee maker. I don't know who else has a coffee maker. The only people that don't have their own coffee makers are like just regular staff technologists and residents and the fellows, because they're fellows and well, fellows are practicing doctors under apprenticeship, but residents are actually like actual student doctors. Yeah, residents don't have no fucking rights. Kind of feel bad for residents because they get shit on all the time. Like, they are officers and they have finished med school, so they are actually legitimate doctors, but nobody gives a shit about their opinions or anything. Mainly because most of the time their opinions are fucking wrong, but at the same time I'm like, man, we could do to treat our residents maybe a little bit better. Like, I've seen people give, like, Lance Corporals more fucking respect than we give these residents sometimes. To be fair, they are fucking butter bars, too. Like, yeah, well, actually, that's exactly what we do. We basically, so the reading room for radiology is obviously fucking dark because they need to be able to read the films on the screen and shit. So it's dark. It's a really dark room. Like our rooms are pretty dark, but their rooms are especially dark. We call it the Bat Cave. Actually, when the nurses come down to radiology, they just call our department in general the Bat Cave because it's pretty dark down here. But yeah, we lock them inside the reading rooms. Like, yo, read the fucking studies. Especially if you're on MSK, which is musculoskeletal injuries, and you're just reading fucking X-ray after X-ray, feet, shins, knees, arms, chest X-rays. Oh, well, actually, chest X-ray will be internal medicine. Just extremity X-rays every single day. Now, remember, this is a fucking military hospital. We got musculoskeletal injuries for days. That is our fucking specialty. We generate musculoskeletal injuries like nobody else's fucking business. We will never have a shortage of, especially like leg-related X-rays and injuries that need to be seen. Fucking left foot, right foot, weight bearing, not weight bearing. It's like, yeah, good fucking luck. But it's okay because remember the floor supervisors, our manager, his wife works at the commissary, so we get free candy and shit, and we're like, oh yeah, it's past Valentine's Day, so we'll bring you a bunch of chocolate, keep the residents happy or something, give them a little morale. Now, our hospital, ever since the COVID shit went down, and the morale's been, I wouldn't say down. Morale's been suffering a little bit. Sometimes they do weird shit, like they will have a bunch of high-ranking people, like lieutenant colonels and up, to like greet workers by the door every single morning when we come in, like around, around when we come into work, and they will be like greeting people, like, have a good day at work, you rock, thank you for your service and shit, and I'm like, Yeah, this is nice, but like completely unnecessary. In fact, I don't even know how to feel about that kind of shit. I'm just like, yeah, no problem, yeah. Just doing my job. It's just weird. I don't know anybody that actually likes it. I'm not sure if the leadership, like the people that are greeting us, likes it, because they obviously have to come in way early in the morning to show face and, you know, greet people. I don't know if the lower enlisted gets a kick out of it, seeing, you know, their leadership at the door, like, you know, greeting them, like, hailing them like some kind of hero or some shit. But hey, the couple times that they were like, they offered free coffee at the door and donuts. Yeah, I was all down for that shit. Please give me more of that. More coffee and donuts, more breakfast tacos, less, you know, greeting. Breakfast tacos are kind of pog. Speaking of pog, I never understood the word. Like, I understand it now that it's play of the game, but for the longest time, I was like, what do Twitch and streamers know about, like, pogs? Because that's what I always understood it as. It's like, you know, when you see POG, people other than grunts. Yeah, I mean, we were at Camp Pendleton. We get called by people down at you know, First Martin that were pogues all the time, staying up at the hospital. You fucking pogues. Just always standing behind the desk, air conditioned. Just fucking bitterness is like, fucking pogues, get paid way more than us, such a cush job, grunts for life, hoorah. But you know, they have a rough job, so I give it to them. I'm like, sure. Have a Lance Corporal call me a poke to the face while I was at HM3. Well, I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Call me what you like. But yeah, it's whatever. I feel bad for them. So for the longest time, I lived in the barracks so when I came here from China, I lived in New York City for a long time, and one of the benefits of living in New York City is that you never need to drive a car, for the most part. Public transportation is very developed, and there's always a bus or subway or a combination of both that will take you wherever you need to go in New York City. So I never felt the need to get a driver's license, which I never did. So because I didn't have a driver's license, I couldn't live off base. I had to live in the barracks for a very, very long time as a HM3. Usually once you hit the general rules, once you pick up NCO, they're like, yeah, go live outside or some shit. Because here's the thing. When they decided to build the hospital, the new hospital at Camp Pendleton, they didn't build a barracks for it. So all the enlisted sailors had to live near the old hospital, which is 12 miles away, inside the base. And every morning they have to ride a fucking bus all the way over to the hospital. It's fucking tragic. Anyways, that's besides the point. I had a pretty good relationship with my chief, and he managed to pull some strings and got me barracks very close to the hospital with the CBs. CBs and some trackers nearby. And we lived right in the Navy barracks right across from the Marine Corps barracks. And man, every Thursday that rolls around. Now, we didn't have like field days in that particular barracks. That particular barracks was well cleaned, well governed. And really, all you needed was to keep your room clean and pass the room inspections. Now, for the Marines across the basketball, or you know, the basketball court where they formed up every morning, it's a different story. So you would have hilarious things where on the left side the Navy guys are drinking a beer, relaxing on the balcony on Thursday, watching the Marines across the basketball court, like furiously trying to clean their rooms and shit. And once in a while, they'll have one of those Chinese, what we call Chinese field days, where, God bless their heart, they had to remove every piece of fucking furniture out of their room and give the whole room of like a total clean. And then you would just have furniture all over the fucking basketball court. And then they had to form up. They had to get inspected, and then they had to put the furniture back, then they had to form up, and they had to get everything inspected and make sure the furniture were in the right spot. I'm like, yeah, thank God for the Navy. Because something like that would simply drive me mad. I was like, man, that's pretty crazy. You see, like, for the military, it was never the physical torment or what they asked you to do, like, mission-wise, that got me. It was always, like, just a weird, like, fucked up shit, just random fuck games they play that kind of get me. The quality of life is fucking impeccable. I mean, for us Navy, when we looked at the Air Force, we fucking drool with envy. That is true. But then we realized, yeah, we probably have it better than the Army and definitely the Marine Corps.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate?
Yeah, this is the kind of streaming, like, content creator life that I always dream of. Just randomly telling all kinds of weird fucking not I can't even call them, it's not even war stories, it's just fucking stories from the military, because some of those are like fun as shit. Oh, these are in. Oh, I wasn't in far enough?
And now this. Light unyielding.
I think a friend of mine used to ask me if I regret not going on a ship in all my years in the Navy. And I thought about it, and I was like, yeah. Like, a lot of the story that my friends tell me from the ship, I'm just like, you know, I think I'd much rather stick next to the Marine Corps than be on a ship. Like, the ship just kind of seems like all kinds of suffering in different ways. Like, I always thought a lot of the Marine Corps stuff are bullshit, but then I realized the shipboard stuff are even more bullshit. And I'm pretty glad that I am pretty happy with my career choices.
Crystals of light, to me. Here. The song of creation's end.
Some FPSs really do save their, people's lives.
The sorrow
As tedious as some of the things they are, yeah. For example, Firewatch. Now, as a corpsman, my Marines generally took really good care of me, and I never had to stand Firewatch. Like, ever since I got out of FNTB, which is basically, you know, Marine Corps training for corpsmen, I never had to stand a single Firewatch. But the only time that I did, something funny did happen.
Follow your light.
Now,
My children.
we weren't allowed to drink caffeinated stuff. Mostly, they make energy drinks while we were in that phase of training, but by God, nobody gave a shit about that. Everybody drank energy drinks. I mean, fuck. You were up many hours in a row, standing watch, and then afterwards you're expected to work for another 24 hours. I mean, all of that, you know, we're already kind of used to and it kind of expected, but still, it still sucks. And having a little bit of Monster was my choice of energy drinks. Certainly did help with that. Now, I'm sure you are familiar with some of the kit, but in the field, you know, we wore flak, but like we wore the rig, but we didn't wear the plates. But we had Kevlar and all that stuff, and rifle was no magazine. But you know, we're pretending to do Firewatch, like if we're actually in patrol. Anyways, one of the things that happens is that, you know, you gotta use you feel like you gotta use the restroom.
Light unyielding.
But for some reason, you know, the Porta Johns is just so fucking far away. My God. I stopped drinking energy drinks. I'm pretty sure they're not really great for me, and I've skimmed it down to just drinking black coffee. That's beside the point. Anyways, I had to use the restroom real bad, and the Porta Johns was like a mile and a half down the patrol route. Not to mention, I had to undo the fucking the flag because that thing had the goring flap and everything.
By blade.
And the fact that I had to hand off my rifle to my battle buddy. All things that I didn't want to contend with. You know, who the fuck is watching? Nobody gives a shit. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do my business in this can. So I did. And then I forgot about it. And I just kind of left it somewhere. So, and I didn't actually remember about it until my next shift. The person that next shift came by and was ready to relieve me, and he had a can of Monster in his hand, a very familiar one, and he asked me why did I let the monster go flat, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell him what just happened, but sure. I don't think I'll be drinking Monster anytime soon after that. It took me the biggest effort to make the poker face, to not like, kind of let on what the fuck just happened. But let's face it, he was lacking sleep, I was lacking sleep, and nobody would have probably figured that shit out.
Light unyielding.
But you know what? That's kind of the stories that I fucking love about military service. You don't hear that about stuff like that in civilian life.
By blade.
Let's see what else was there. So California, you know, Camp Pendleton's California, and you know, obviously, the problem with California is the whole fucking state is a fire hazard. You know, I'm pretty sure stuff like that is a lot more common than we think. Anyways, the entirety of California is like a fucking matchstick, and the whole state is like basically a fire hazard. So whenever we go into the field, they don't issue us ammo. Like, we were supposed to be training with blanks, but since blanks still presented a fire hazard, they were like, yeah, don't issue out the fucking blanks. Like, nobody gets ammo or anything. So how do you how do you practice fire maneuvering engagements and you know, you do the war games that you know you always do? Oh yeah, just yell bang really loud. So you have these grown ass men. Well, that's debatable. Some of us were like 18 years old. Can't really call them grown ass men because they fucking a lot of them didn't act like it. But either way, you know, bunch of grown ass children, men, whatever you want to call it, because we were all male platoon. We didn't have like, this was before integrated platoons were a thing. Like, we didn't have like female corpsmen training with us in FNTV. That wasn't a thing. Like back then it was all male in a because you know, it's FNTV. It's like you're combat medics. It's a frontline role. Anyways, what was I saying? So you have all these men yelling out bang bang at each other, running around, yelling bang bang, and then be like, and I swear to God, people got into heated scuffles over who killed who. I killed you. No, you missed. I'm like, dear Lord, it's imaginary bullets. Just grow the fuck up. We're just here to burn time until, you know, here to burn 8 weeks so we can graduate and actually do medicine. Here's the thing, like, I swear to God, every single platoon, especially, always had one person that is way too eager to go to war and kill people. And like you will be sitting down, having a beer with them, or like eating at Subway, and they would just talk to you and salivate over their fantasy of like going to fucking Iraq and like stacking bodies or some shit, and I'm just like, bruh, don't forget you're a corpsman. You're there to practice medicine. I guess it could be, but the instructors weren't exactly judging it. And it was just kind of like my penis is bigger than yours contest. Let me get some water real quick. It happens all the time whenever I talk a lot. Well, my mouth just goes super dry. Yeah, hydrate is very important. Always remember to hydrate and change your socks and take Motrin. Maybe take Motrin. Motrin important. Run some expert, get my tomes. But yeah, it was alright. If you ask me if I enjoyed the training or not, I think I side on the fact that I did. Also, I just feel like as a person in the green, over on the green side, you just have so much fucking free time. It's amazing. Like on the blue side, like on the hospital side, your leadership always tries to find something for you to do. But on the green side, the level of autonomy is actually kind of staggering, and it's pretty great. But yeah, whatchamacallit, doing the, doing sick call and shit, you know. Motrin was definitely handed out a lot, like candy. Speaking of Motrin and stuff, when I first joined and I was in basic, obviously they had to I still have my wisdom teeth, and obviously having wisdom teeth is a no-no in the military, and they will remove it as soon as possible. Free dental procedure, yes. So I went in for my oral surgery to get my my wisdom teeth removed. I wouldn't say it's a pleasant experience, but it wasn't particularly painful either. They used copious amounts of painkillers. I didn't feel my jaw for almost the rest of the day. Anyways, with the whole procedure done, they issue me a ton of painkillers, including hydrocodone, which is a narcotic or opioid. And I took according to their instructions. Now, being high on opioids, as prescribed, I can't say completely, you know, and you know, and SIQ because you're on light duty because you just had surgery. Actually, I was actually technically confined to bed for 2 days. And it came at a great time because that was the time where my platoon was getting beat the worst. Like, they were getting fucking dropped left and right for whatever. I'm pretty sure we deserved it. I mean, I don't know. I didn't get to do the push-ups because I was stuck in bed watching everybody else doing push-ups. But it felt like there was a lot of push-ups and sit-ups and burpees and what other physical torment that the RDCs can inflict upon us. They all done it. Anyways, I was stuck in bed, bleeding out of my mouth, watching all these unfold, and just kind of laughing to myself. I was like, seeing all my teammates, seeing everybody getting dropped, suffering, doing push-ups, burpees, whatever, high out of my mind, stuck in the bunk, bleeding out of my mouth, and just laughing to myself. It was pretty surreal. And then my chit expired, and then I had to pay all that suffering back with interest. That was great. Yeah, it was the RDCs did not take kind to me laughing at the suffering of my comrades. Now I don't particularly like to think I was doing it on purpose. I like to think I was under the influence of, you know, I was just being high out of my mind of painkillers that was prescribed to me by the pharmacist for, you know, my oral surgery. But hey, the circumstances don't always excuse the crimes, right? Forward interceptors, that means go back. Forward and back. Oh, why did I change that? Here comes the tank buster and a shield. There we go. Get out of the right side. No, that's the left side. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking about things to say, but I can't think of it because my head is empty right now. I think I ran out of topics for some reason. Oh, good. I haven't actually done that. That is not to say I would not. Let's see. Like, I wouldn't actually do that. Generally, if I had a non-cooperative patient, I just send them fucking back. I don't actually deal with the patient bullshit. Like, I was like, people will be like doing stuff people like, if patients are rude, I'm just like, are you refusing the study? Because you don't have to get it. It is. I'm always like, it is completely within your right to refuse a study. And then I'll be like, I will just call the doctors like, yeah, the patients canceled the study, they refused. All right, now you can go home. Bye. What else? I've seen other people do this. I've never done it, but I've seen people burn their people's. It's like some fucking sergeant was an asshole, so the guy tossed out his immunization records, and he had to fucking get all of his fucking immunizations all over again. I don't know if I actually condone that kind of practice. I thought it was funny as fuck. I don't know if I would actually do something like that, but watching it happen was actually kind of hilarious. Let's see what are some fuck. No, that's. It usually comes down to like really fucking petty shit. Like starting an IV with a larger gauge catheter, so you get to stick them with a bigger needle. I mean, I'm a fucking vampire. I can stick a patient with anywhere from a 24 gauge that's used for babies and neonatals to a fucking like 14 gauge, like, which is like a 1/4 inch wide in diameter. It makes no difference to me. But generally, if if I have an unfavorable encounter, I just want them out of my office as soon as possible. And there are way better ways to achieve that. And usually it's just simply escorting them out and tell them they are rescheduled for another day. Have a nice day. See you later. Exactly. You understand. Generally, if you do anything else, it's just going to lengthen your own suffering. So there is much better methods. And this way, both parties are happier. And I think it's the more peaceful solution. Inside. Forward march, huh? Forward march! Yeah, this is a good position for that. He'll march me over this way, and I can stay in. There we go. Okay, there's an empty lane right here. We'll take that. Oh, look, it's Omega. Nope, no pets. Yay! Hydrate. Hydrate or die. That's the motto. This is my favorite dungeon because you basically get to put no effort into it. You can just cruise and let it's just cutscene galore and claim the rewards at the end. You're just kind of like there. This is my Netflix and chill dungeon. Let me in. Yes. No, it's not. It is not the... But multitasking is... Being able to multitask is great. Like, this is all the kind of dungeon I kind of just browse fucking Twitter or something. And let the cutscenes do their job. Yeah. Too bad this thing, I don't think this will stick around. Because they're separating this dungeon to make it more beginner friendly, I guess, so that it'll be downgraded to like 4-man dungeon and separated to like 3 parts or something like that. I think. I don't know if the MSQ roulette will still be around. Let's see what's going on Twitter or Reddit. What's going on in Yuzu's garden? That's the biggest question of them all. boss fight time. I hear the boss music. It's time to fight. Yeah, that's the sad part. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. If it really disappears, then I'm out of a chill roulette that I can just kind of like fucking brain dead in. Which would be quite a shame. It really would. Because I do kind of enjoy just being brain dead in a dungeon and doing just about nothing. Speaking of which, I think the AH-64 Apache will release in for DCS World soon. That's probably gonna be what a lot of my streams gonna be. People seem to like watching me fly around, and I do enjoy that. Well, recently I've been of the mindset is like, look, if I'm gonna have to play a game and I'm gonna have to grind and stuff and just do random stuff, I might as well stream it. There's no reason not to stream it. It's not like Twitch where me streaming it and nobody watching is actively going to hurt me by dragging down numbers, and even in that case it doesn't really matter. Because it's not like I'm going to ever get 75 concurrent viewers. That's only like a partnership thing, and even partners, they don't really. I guess it comes down to, if I wanted money from Twitch, I would just rather. It's actually just so much easier to pull 1 extra hour at the hospital of overtime. Okay, so this keyboard. I'm gonna tell a story about this keyboard, alright? This keyboard is a Corsair K70. It's been with me for about 10 years. I first bought it when I first got out of basic training, and I built my first computer. My travel case computer, the one that I had with me for most of my military career, was a micro ATX. So it was the size of about a shoebox. It's a very small, compact computer. And I don't trust the fucking household goods movers to ever deal with any of my electronics. So, especially my computer. So while I had a laptop, I also did most of my stuff on a desktop, and that micro ATX, whenever I PCS'd and moved from base to base, I carried that shit on person in my gym bag. That computer never left my person. Us did this keyboard. This keyboard has been through some shit. This keyboard probably had more coffee spilt on it than I can remember. And each time it came back alive stronger than ever before. This keyboard has survived it has survived 3 desktop overhauls. So this particular keyboard has served 3 generations of computers, like desktops. And while I went through the 3 desktops, I also went through like 6 or 7 mouse. But I kept the same keyboard. That's how long this keyboard's been around. It's 10 years. And frankly, I just want to say this keyboard is fucking disgusting as fuck. I tried to clean it when I can, but it is so old and dusty, and I really do try to clean this keyboard as as much as I can, but it is just so old, and I am not about to get rid of it anytime soon. It works like a champ. Okay, let me describe how old this keyboard is. The keyboard no longer has WASD like on it. WASD is physically rubbed off from years of use. There's no WASD on this keyboard. That's how old this keyboard is. Truly, it is a veteran. It is the old guard. I should be thanking it for its service. But yeah, this keyboard is great. I have no idea how it managed to hang on for this long, but yeah. I'm like, man, this keyboard is absolutely amazing. But anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more DCS and stuff. I don't know. It seems like the popular thing is to play a lot of different games and keep it fresh. But I feel pretty happy just sticking to like my very few like just regular games. cracking my back. Or, yep. I don't know if you can hear it, but cracking the back feels so good. Oh yeah, the loud cracks of getting younger. What I need to get is like one of those inversion tables that flip you back like upside down and stretches out your back. Like, I wonder what it would be like if I had like, you know, one of those medieval torture devices, the rack where it stretches you. Like, I wouldn't want to be like fucking pulled apart, but you know, just a little bit of tension to, you know, put some space in between, you know, the vertebrae would be desirable. I think that would be kind of good. I don't know. Like, I feel like I got a little bit of pressure on my right lower back, and getting stretched out a little bit would do me a lot of good. We'll see about it though.
your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection lost much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea?
Do you believe in
Eorzea's
Eorzea?
unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well at Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, everyone. Except for this. And you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world.
Man must own
To
the
this
world.
end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles,
I've heard
it
this
is ever
the
the
speech
strong
way
who
too many
dictate the
times.
fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, but none among you has the power to stop me. What foolishness can prompt you to attack me? Seems they underestimate. Eorzea's mine by right.
Wait on until the next cutscene comes over. I don't know if y'all go on Twitch at the same time, but I just saw like a big giant rat just trying to climb into the pen. Oh, he tried to go through the cardboard. Exclamation rat. Oh shit, he's coming over. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why I have the net there.
So hard pressed.
Get fucked, rat.
Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
You know, I really wish the Muscovy ducks would embrace their wild side, because wild Muscovy ducks do eat mice. I don't know about the other ducks, because those are those breeds are heavily domesticated. So I don't think they're as likely to do it.
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not. To the true power of the Ultima weapon.
And now this boss has an invincibility phase that goes for about 30 seconds. So I'll let them do whatever they need to do. Okay, there we go. Now we can actually whack the boss. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum. Dun 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 dun. Done.
But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful. Why does my enemy still stand? Can her strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Brea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Brea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. And from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Heidelin, it seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
My brain, I ran out of juice. I'm like, yes, I should say something. I don't know what. The SQ roulette, this kind of dungeon does things to you. It's just like, yeah. You're in total chillax mode and you're just, brain's dead. Brain's fried. Nothing to say. Do be like that sometimes. You know what? I guess that's kind of true. That does count as saying things. No. Yawn. Yawn.
Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And not but the return of the one true God will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive. It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Pinata Man. Just whack-a-mole. Whack, whack. Whack with the big axe. Whack, whack. I cannot be undone! Ah. Yay! Yeah, I definitely done that before. Alright, let's do a couple of Airwalker raids. Get some gear for my dancer. Bum bum bum. Yeah, this is the dog pack one, okay. Hello, Skewer, get out of the way. This is a spread. Disqualification. Shielded that. Good. Okay, that's the sword. To the sides. Blood Rake. What is your reprisal for that? Alright, we're gonna take the orb that doesn't have the tank symbol on it. Oh yeah, that tank buster does no damage. Oh no, we've got 4 holes. They do the same thing basically. Let's see which one goes first. Alright, here comes Pinax. The first one is the spread one with that's green is spread. There's a stack. for shift. Swords. Southern shift. That's the blowback. Blood Ray. Here comes the reprisal. Let's kill him before he does the funny shit again. Stack. Nice. What I really need is the accessories. Armor is fine, I guess, suppose. Whoa. Okay, it'll take me a little bit while to gear Dancer, but okay. I think it'll be all right. Alright, it's 9:30. I think I'll call it a day. Yep, it'll be fine. Gotta make sure I can wake up tomorrow to do work. I'll probably end up starting stream a little bit earlier than 7 o'clock. It doesn't feel like we're getting that. I mean, we got a lot done today. I mean, hell, that's basically half the tomes I have to grind in a single week. We did all of that in just one day. That's pretty impressive. But otherwise, do we still want to do Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow, or do we want to do something else? I don't know yet. I might just grind the rest of the stuff off stream and then do something else like flying DCS or something. That's always fun. I'm not sure if I want to keep doing like going with Age of Empires 4. Kind of don't feel like it recently, but DCS feels like, oh, I can always just log on and just fly around and just kind of fuck around until I get tired of it. Besides, the patchy is coming. I'm excited. Whatever that is. Anyways, I'm gonna log off for tonight, and we're gonna, well, I'm gonna shower and go to sleep. That's what I'm gonna do. Anyways, thank you for hanging out with me, Yako. I'll see you, yeah, work. Work is kind of important. Mao. Anyways, I'll see you later. You can always reach me on Discord. I'll be hanging out on probably use this Discord or something. See ya. Bye bye.